Good day everyone. I'm Narijul G. Mejarito from 4th year BS Ed Mathematics. I will discuss the first part in Applied Economics Chapter 3 entitled Industry and Environmental Analysis, Business Opportunities Identification. At the end of this chapter, the student must be able to identify and explain different principles, tools, and techniques in creating a business, distinguish the different services and products of business and industry in the locality. In a business, there is a competition. Let's discuss its principles, tools, and techniques. Principles of competition. Competition is the quest for achieving superior results, the best results in a specific field, in business, in sports, or in social activities, the best results compared to others. Competition is the fight for a limited resource, for a prize, or for an award. The fighting around abilities and skills often takes place as a somehow organized contest with rules that are agreed upon to be followed in order to accurately measure the results. Other competitions are based on rivalry. Two parties are fighting to dominate a market, or they are fighting for the first place in a race in sports or in science. Competition usually involves two or more competitors with the goal of determining a clear winner. It is the simultaneous demand for a reward or for a resource that causes competition. Now, what about competing with yourself? You are the winner in every competition you participate in and still declare yourself the loser. This is where excellence comes into play. Success in competition is about being the best, while true excellence is about being your best. The main difference between being the best and being your best is the lack of competition. You are only competing with yourself, specifically with your past self. Competition is about finding out who is the best. But you don't have to find out. I will tell you who the best is. You are. So you wouldn't participate in any competition if you weren't sure that you are the best. Would you participate when you knew you wouldn't be able to give your best? In order to compete, you have to prepare yourself for the competition. You train and you strive to excel. The goal is to be your very best. Now, being your very best, why do you need to compete with others? You aren't getting any better anymore anyway. And since you trained until achieving personal excellence, you aren't getting worse than yourself either. So you are the best. That's it. There is no competing with others. What is the point in finding out who is better when the competitors are each at their absolute personal best, other than vanity? So find out your best. Build on top of past success or even failures. Competing only with you. It's the most humble form of competition and the hardest one at the same time. So discover how to be better than yourself. Chase excellence in whatever you do. In pursuing excellence, creativity is freed from the competition and everything is focused on the act of creating. Only then do you arrive at your very best. Do not hesitate to help your competitors achieve their best as well. In order to determine the real best, do everything to have every participant in any competitive situation to excel. Do not celebrate rivalry. Participate in any competition only for fun. Excellence beyond competition is not being better than anyone else. Excellence beyond competition is the necessity of giving your very best in every situation and without competing for an award or profit or whatever rewards you are usually fighting for. Do not hesitate to help your competitors achieve their best as well. In order to determine the real best, do everything to have every participant in any competitive situation to excel. Do not celebrate rivalry. participate in any competition only for fun. Excellence beyond competition is not being better than anyone else. Excellence beyond competition is the necessity of giving your very best in every situation and without competing for an award or profit or whatever rewards you are usually fighting for. Excellence beyond competition is boxing without weight limits. It is small business competing with big business. You are not going to abstractly win, but to give all that you are, whatever it takes. Win not against somebody else, not even against yourself, but win being yourself. One more thing, never say give my best. Never use giving your best as an excuse. Never mention that you are in fact and always giving your best. Just do it and win. Now let's go to the tools of competition. Comparing your business to competitors is a great way of seeing where you are in the market. For example, who is your biggest competition? Is their customer base growing faster than yours? Do they have the majority of the market? How does your market share compare? So first, let's discuss positioning comparisons. This is a matter of branding and general positioning. How does your brand behave, act, and present itself in the market? And how does your competitor? By comparing both, you can tell where the strongest features of your brand are and have insights. Comparing both, you can tell where are the strongest features of your brand and have insights on how to develop them furthermore. Tools. Gartner Magic Quadrant is the name of a series of market reports. The reports contain a vast amount of research done on 4 types of technology providers in fast-growing markets: leaders, visionaries, niche players, and challengers, allowing a broad view of your competitors and market share. The next one is the product comparisons. Advertising campaigns, discounts, and specials are common knowledge, easily found on websites and brochures, TV advertising, etc. What are your competitors offering that you aren't? What discounts or prices are working for them, and how do yours compare? Tools. What runs where is a handy tool for monitoring your competitors' ads. So it covers many ad networks and countries, allowing you to track competitors worldwide. Next is websites. These days, customers Google your business or go directly to your website before you even know they're a customer. So, analyzing your competitor's website is a great place to start. Is their website user-friendly? How many pages do they have? What on their homepage? How does your site compare? And most importantly, how do you know whether their website is successful? So the tools are: WooRank helps to better your website based on the results of a project, analyzing either your site or your competitors. The next one is the SEO or search engine optimization. There are numerous tools to help determine how your website performs. There are also ways of measuring keywords and key terms, all of which drives site visits. If you can measure something, you can improve it. To get a better view of your market share, you can analyze your competitors' site traffic too. Where do your competitors rank in a Google search? How many more website visits do your competitors receive? So the tools: Google Insights to understand industry trends, consumer insights, and content possibilities. It's a good way to compare yourself to the market and see where your brand is placed. The next one is social media. A key factor in this marketing climate is analyzing the integration of social media into their marketing strategy. Does their website have social media share buttons? Does your competition have an Instagram account followed by millions? What are they posting and why? Do they engage with customers through Facebook or Twitter? How often do they post? When do they post? And what do they post? The above things to monitor aren't important solely in themselves, but monitoring their social media followers and the growth of this following will give you an insight into whether your competitor's marketing strategy is working. Tools. Infinigraph. It keeps you up to date with trends in your specific industry. It's beneficial for both competitor analysis and improving your own content. The last one is blogging. Is your competitor driving website traffic by blogging? How often do they blog? Does the content represent solely their products or spread industry knowledge? Subscribe to your competitors' blogs. Check out customer engagement through shares and comments. Are your main competitors' blogs full of dynamic, well-written pieces worth sharing or pictures and fun stories? Find out what makes their blogs successful. Tools. Social mention focuses on blogs and social media, tracking keywords and company names, allowing you to keep track of what's said across the social platforms and with what sentiment. Now, let's discuss the techniques. Technique number 1. Create utility and usefulness with your product. The first marketing technique you can use to beat your competition is to create utility, usefulness, and satisfy the needs customers to achieve a specific result. This requires that you offer them something they need and can use to accomplish their other goals. Look at your market today. What will customers and potential customers want, need, and be willing to pay for in the months and years ahead? What are the trends in customer demands in your market? If you can answer this accurately, you can often leapfrog over your competition and dominate a new market even before it emerges. Technique number 2. Change your pricing. A second approach to sales and marketing is by changing your pricing. By bringing your goods and services into the price range of your customers, you can open up entirely new markets that do not today exist. How could you price your products or services so that more customers could afford to buy them? Many companies have been able to achieve market leadership by focusing on bringing their prices into the affordability range of more customers. What we have found is that the greater your market share and the lower your cost of production, the lower is the price that you can charge. Technique number 3. Emphasize your product's key benefit to the customer. Adapting to the customer's reality, both social and economic. The ultimate aim of your marketing plan is to make selling unnecessary, but this is seldom achieved. The product almost always needs to be sold to the end customer. As it turns out, each product offers a key benefit that is the primary reason why the customer would buy. Each product or service also triggers a key fear, which is what holds the customer back from buying the product or service in the first place. Customers are terrified of risk. They are afraid of paying too much, getting the wrong product, losing their money, and getting stuck with something that is inappropriate for their purposes. This is the main reason that qualified prospects hold back from buying any product or service at any price. Technique number 4. Deliver true value of your product to your customers. The fourth approach to marketing plan is for you to deliver what represents true value to the customer. True value is something that can only be identified by working closely with your customers. What represents true value to your customers? How could you structure your product or service offerings in such a way that people could be more comfortable purchasing them for you rather than from your competitors? Now let's go to customers. Principles of customers. In any field is guided by a few core principles. Say you want to improve at swimming. One way would be to go for a daily swim at your local lake. Will you improve? Sure, but only until you reach a certain plateau. A deep understanding of a field's core principles sets you up for an autonomous and continuous path of improvement. So first, let's discuss the speed. Speed or responsiveness shows up in almost all studies as a main determinant for service quality. According to a Warwick University study, responsiveness has the highest impact on both customer satisfaction, means fast response, and dissatisfaction or the slow response. Next is accuracy. Besides being fast, your service answers should obviously be correct. John Stone's study shows that customers regard accuracy as the minimum. It won't raise customer satisfaction, but inaccuracy definitely causes dissatisfaction. The next one is transparency. What the hell is taking so long? We all recognize this feeling. Not knowing what is happening or why makes us feel uneasy, which is why transparency is just as critical to service as speed and accuracy. Next is accessibility. If your customer has a problem, how easy is it for him or her to get in touch? For a long time, the entire customer service theory focused on delighting the customer, on exceeding expectations. A research by CEB, however, showed that it pays off more to focus on reducing customer effort instead. While effort also depends on factors like speed and accuracy, accessibility is its biggest hurdle. Next is empowerment. We all like to feel in control. A good service offers this feeling to its customers. Next is flexibility. The reason we hate bureaucracy is because it lacks flexibility. When there's a corner case issue, and there always is, a bureaucratic machine jams. That's again why empowered employees are crucial. Next is the ratings or comments. If you just received the best or worst service of your life, you want to express that. Besides providing valuable feedback to the company, a service rating gives customers a sense of control. Next, self-service. There are few things more empowering than taking care of things yourself. Some people don't like to be assisted at all. For them, well-structured self-service options are crucial. Friendliness. There's one more major downside to e-commerce. It has stripped away most of the human interactions that used to be commonplace in everyday transactions. Service experiences are one of the few remaining moments of humanity. Yet, plenty of companies manage to ruin that as well by making their service entirely inhuman. They speak in overly formal language, use service click, withhold service, rep identity, and etc. Next is efficiency. You can have the world's best service, but what's the use when it's eating up all your profits? Efficiency will always be a crucial factor in customer service. What has changed is technology. Some tools let us bypass yesterday's trade-offs. Take speed and cost. Back when phone was the only channel, you couldn't offer fast service at low cost. To offer instant service, you'd have to maintain an army of idle phone reps to cover for peak times. Queuing was the only way to press cost. Now let's discuss the tools. More and more organizations are providing customer service tools to encourage consumers to have greater interaction with their brand. First, online communities. Statistics show that 25% of people choose to engage with brands because they want to join the community of brand fans. Online communities allow customers to engage with other customers, give direct feedback on products, and share their passion for your product or brand. Maintaining online communities is the company's opportunity to monitor customer feedback and improve brand experience. Online communities can be accessed via social media, and there are also several marketing applications that can help you build your own online community. For example, our community cloud. Next is discussion forums. A forum is a specific type of online community that creates an opportunity for crowdsourcing. Here, you can collect and respond to customer feedback. Popular forums will quickly grow in popularity and become a place where product experts who may not even work for your company can combine forces with your own customer service agents, creating a community that can chime in about a product or help to resolve issues in a much more timely manner. You get the benefit of seeing a lot of customer feedback, and you can see how customers react to the solutions that are provided in the community. Next is the social media. Social media is an essential tool for business of any size. Maintaining a static social page is not enough. Nowadays, an inactive social media profile is the online version of having an empty store. Create a social media presence and use it to engage with customers, connecting with them and responding to their problems or issues on a timely basis. Next is automatic callback. We've all had the unpleasant experience of being put on hold for an annoyingly long period of time. By the time an operator is able to assist you, you're already irritated at having had to wait for extra amount of time. If your service system allows a user to enter their phone number for an agent to call them back without losing their place in the service queue, even better. Next is live chat. As more people shopping online, there are people are looking for online support. Offering a live chat option, like the one included in the Salesforce Service Cloud, is another way to foster a good online experience for your customers. Live chat options can be used for more than just customer service questions. It's also a good way to provide information that might encourage a purchase decision. For example, clothing retailers often offer live chat with a style consultant, and department store service sometimes offer a live chat for help with gift registers. Next is customer satisfaction surveys. Customer satisfaction surveys are important at various touch points, such as after a sale or after an issue is resolved. Allowing your customers to give feedback provides you with valuable information on how to build a better customer journey. And it can help instill trust in your brand. This trust is important to build because it can cost 5 to 15 times more to acquire a new customer than gain repeat business from an existing one. Now let's discuss the techniques. First, engage in active listening. Active listening is essential for effective communication. It allows for a better understanding of the customer's needs and show a willingness to help. Allow the customer to talk without interruption, reflect back their main question or concern, and ask clarifying questions when necessary. Second, highlight understanding. Ensure that each customer is aware that you understood their needs. By using active listening techniques and asking relevant questions, you will communicate that you understand them and are making an effort to help solve their problem. The third one, be courteous. Be polite and have respect for your customers. Always use please and thank you and create an inviting environment for the customers. The fourth one, call the customer by his or her name. Ask the customer their name and pronounce it correctly. This communicates respect for the customer and lets them know that they are important. Next, go the extra mile. Demonstrate through actions that the customer is important by giving more than the minimum effort required. By taking the initiative to provide better service or give the customers something extra, customers will feel valued and appreciated. Next, ask, don't demand. Statements can sound harsh. Asking appropriate questions make the conversation more collaborative. The seventh one is empower. Empower customers with adequate information to make informed decisions. When there are options, thoroughly describe each available alternative. By offering choices, customers will be more involved in solving their problems. This results in a higher level of customer satisfaction. Number 8, be proactive. Engage in proactive steps to satisfy the customer's needs. Being proactive will also help to reduce barriers when problem solving. 9. Highlight pros and cons. When describing a product or service, include both its strengths and weaknesses relative to alternatives. By providing balanced recommendations, customers will view you as more credible. This increases trust and customer satisfaction. Number 10, explain. Customers are not always familiar with your company's policies or procedures. Thoroughly explain to customers what you're doing and why you're doing it. A clear understanding tends to decrease customer frustration. And the last one, use of plain language. Avoid technical terms, jargon, and acronyms. Be professional, concise, and clear. And that's all for the first part of this chapter. Thank you for watching.